Hey guys, so I got asked to go over how to find the clave in salsa. There's a lot of ways to do it. I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the things that you can do to lock where the clave is within the tumbao. So the first thing that you have to know about the tumbao, finding the clave within the tumbao in salsa, is that when they divide down onto the second drum or lock up with the clave by hitting a single strike, that means you just heard the three side of the clave. And here's what I mean by that. I'm going to vocalize it as I'm doing it. So here's a version or an example of me playing in clave. So it feels like this. He goes, ah, 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 or ah, 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 ah. So two things you want to look for. This is kind of, I'll give you like a general explanation so you can find it in other things as well. But what you want to look for in salsa is that the side of the music that has more straight time or less, some people will consider it syncopation, that's the two side of the clave. So in other words, if I'm just doing this, this is not playing in clave until I change something. So if I add this, that means you just heard the three side of the clave. So it's either that or I lock up with the last note of the three side of the clave, and that will also tell you just heard the three side of the clave like this. Ah, 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 ah. So I'll do that again. So it's ah, 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 or ah, 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 ah. I hope that makes some sense to you. I'll tell you ahead of time that I wouldn't really recommend to you trying to find the clave within music until you first figured out how to find the one. Or else you'll find that a lot of people will end up just kind of guessing, or they'll have a good feel for how 2/3 clave feels, and they'll fit that in every song. So don't kid yourself. The way that you really find it is first find the clave within the music. This is how you find it within the tumbao, or one example. And then after you find the clave, then feel out where the phrase is, and there you have your clave. If you have questions, again, email me info@casasalsaonline.com. See you guys next time.